How's it going? Welcome back to the Marvel Snap video here on YouTube. We got another deck highlight today. This one I'm calling a show and tell deck that utilizes a couple of sweet cards to play an incredible amount of top end compared to most other decks in the game. In fact, if you look at our deck list here, we have a whopping 6 cards that cost 5 or more resources. The 2 cards that really allow us to leverage this expensive top end are first Jubilee here, who is a 1 power 4-drop that says on reveal, play the top card of your deck at this location. So if Jubilee hits any of these pieces of top end, she's 2 bodies with an incredible amount of power for just 4 resources. She also has kind of neat synergy with American Chavez because this card says you draw this card on turn 6 and not before, but that doesn't mean Chavez isn't in your deck. In fact, it's often going to be floating at the very top of your deck, which means you actually have a pretty good chance to hit this card above anything else with Jubilee. The second card that really makes this archetype tick is actually the newest addition to the game, and that's Wave here. So Wave is a 3 power, 3 cost card that says on the next turn, all cards in both players' hands cost 4. So this card's really interesting. In a deck like ours, it not only accelerates us to our 5s and 6s ahead of curve, but it's also a disruptive element against opposing decks that are looking to play out a lot of small units in the late game on turns 5 and 6. So kind of locks your opponent out of making multiple plays and helps us make our big plays turns sooner. Now, past that, we've got a few pieces of cheaper cards at the bottom end of our curve. Agent 13 as well as Cable here are just cheap plays that can often generate us another cheap play to fill the curve out early. Armor is a good disruptive card that stops people from Nova Carnaging if you can predict that, but more importantly, it can also predict our larger units from opposing Shang-Chi's, which is very useful. And Sunspot is a card that I've actually been really impressed with. Because this deck has so much top end, you'll frequently be missing a play on turns 2 and 3, sometimes even 4, and Sunspot means that those wasted resources don't get wasted. Sunspot also has good synergy with the Infinite here, which says you can't play this if you played a card the turn before. So if you have Infinite in your hand and you have Sunspot in play, something that will come up on occasion, you'll just pass on your turn 5, adding 5 power to Sunspot, so still getting some value for those resources to set you up to play Infinite for a whopping 20 power on the 6th and final turn of the game. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the match highlights that I have for you here today. I think there's a wonderful set of games that shows the incredible range of ways this deck can play out, and I'll be back real soon with another deck highlight here on YouTube. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff just like this. So no turn 1 play, he says, before he draws Agent 13. I think with New York being an option to slide things, so I'm going to go ahead and just deploy her on the right. If she ends up in a spot where we don't want her, we can always move her on turn 6. Sentinel could potentially fill curve nicely. Armor's kind of annoying. So Sunspot has some appeal. It sucks up our extra energy, so it'll be 2 power when we play it out this turn. I could also just Cable, pick up a card from their deck, and give us more choices as well. Give us a better idea of what they're playing also. Blizzard, and they have a Colossus on the left. Alright, and there's a Jubilee for next turn. I think we just Sunspot in the center to soak up some energy. It'll be a 3 power thing this turn, and then we'll Jubilee left next turn, and then we'll potentially be able to Odin Jubilee on 6. And we'll see what our turn 5 is going to be based on what we draw. Fantastic. There's Ant-Man. Jubilee grabs us the Infinite. So, it's pretty not bad. Well, I think with that in mind, we just go ahead and claw here on the left. I think we just claw middle, and then this sets us up to Odin here next turn. I guess the question becomes, do I even want to Odin here because do I want to Odin here? Because like we already have this locked down, right? So am I better off? I think we slide the ninja over to the left here to make this smaller because we're still going to be winning on 19 here. And then we just go ahead and like American Chavez mid. So we'll be at 17 here. So it'll be 17 here, 19 here, 11 over here. And I don't think they can change to win 2 of the 3 here. So I'm going to play Chavez, move the ninja, and snap here, I think. They might continue. The snap might be wrong. Because I think we're so favored to win, there's a chance they retreat here. Oh, they called. Oh, Shang-Chi gets the infinite. But we're going to win center and right as predicted. Yeah. Good stuff. Well played. So they had the answer to our big boy, but we're able to win in the other 2 locations there very cleanly. So no 1 or 2 to start, but we do have a wave into an Odin for later. And hey, there's an Agent 13. This gives your things +1 power here. I think I want to leave myself the flexibility to wave into Odin on the left here. So I'm going to go ahead and Agent 13 in the center. See what she generates for us. And she found a 2 cost for us. Nice. We're basically never going to trigger the alt text on strong guys. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually going to armor on the right here because this says 1 cost cards can't be played here. So that already kind of locks out Nova in the middle. So armor will lock out Nova shenanigans on the right. So go ahead and wave on the left, who will make all cards in both players' hands cost 4 next turn. So it makes cheaper cards more expensive, and it makes our more expensive cards cheaper. So a nice disruptive card here. Really good into something like Bishop, that's usually banking on playing out a few things. We get to Odin here with wave, which will make this happen again on turn 5. Again, just really slowing down their development. So they get to play 1 card here, which is great for us because our deck only wants to play 1 card per turn anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and snap here before the Odin flips up. Wave happens again. Everybody's hands are more expensive again. I think we just white tiger right here. We're obviously losing this area because of Bishop and Collector, so this will just put a 7 into one of these 2 here. And then we'll draw a Chavez next turn to hopefully lock up whichever of these we feel like we need to lock up. So they get 1 play again this turn because, again, Odin triggered wave last turn. That's funny, they drew our cable with their cable. We can finally play out more than 1 thing in a turn. However, I don't think we want to. I'm just going to go ahead and deploy Chavez here in the middle, since that's where they have the most power at. It's giving up the right side, so I plan to win left and mid. Our hand is nice and full from Devil Dino. However, their max hand size is only 7, right? So this will be 18 here. So we'll win by 1. Good stuff. Solid victory. Really, really fantastic disruption from Wave there, winning us that game cleanly. I like it. Sweet new card. The people that did my border overlays are going to help me do something even a little bit cleaner too. Nowhere. Man, we just keep hitting every location that we just like can't play cards into. It's real obnoxious. So this gets a bonus if your opponent played a card at its location that turn. The extra energy this turn doesn't really help us. I think I'm just waving. What if we wave into Tiger, and then we could actually we could wave into Vision, and then Vision over to Nowhere, and then Infinite in the middle. I think I like that. We'll just take turn 5 off to get Sunspot big. Yeah, I think that's my line. We're gonna go ahead and Vision here. And we just take the pass this turn to let Sunspot power up, because Infinite says we can only play this if we didn't play a card on the previous turn. So Sunspot has synergy here. The deck name is a reference to an old Magic the Gathering archetype where you used to use it. It was a deck that used to cheat big things into play. Very sweet. So we can slide Vision here and still be winning here. Actually, am I supposed to just leave Vision here? I'm probably supposed to just keep Vision here, right? I guess if they Nova... Actually, I should move Vision, because if they Nova, they'll beat me on the right. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna snap. So we're moving Vision to play around Nova into Nowhere. Alright, got him. Nice, that was a sweet game. Vision giving us flexibility to slide around is nice. Cards cost 1 less. That's exciting. This is really good for our deck. Double up. Okay. Jubilee says Agent 13. That's kind of a tilter. Costs 1 less for each card destroyed this game. That's an interesting one. Probably not one we're gonna play here, right? They do not know what we stole a cable. Oh, I could wave into death, couldn't I? Yeah, I like that. And let's double dino mid too. Oh, Wave Elysia makes him cost 3. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. With that, maybe I was supposed to wave on the last turn so we could get 2 cards. The death on the left here, and then I think we claw middle on the final turn, so that way we can add extra pressure here as well, because Sunspot's going to go up again this turn, right? It's going to go up 2, and then next turn we can claw and put 2 more into here, and potentially win all 3, or be in a decent spot to win all 3. So Claw will give us +4 power here, so we'll be 17. And this will get +2 and +5, so this will be 14. So it'll be 17, 17, 14. Do I want to armor on the left so they can't Nova us? Because they could Nova here and get us potentially, right? I think getting Nova'd is a concern, and we have priority, so we can stop Nova on the left. Yeah, I think that's the play. How big are these other 2, and what do they do? Nice. Okay, sweet. That was kind of a gas game. Armor also played around Shang-Chi there, which was great. Yeah. Ended up mattering a lot, huh? Nice. Shang-Chi wasn't even a card that was on my mind, but if it was on my mind, that would be more reason to deploy armor here. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Remember, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more deck breakdowns here on YouTube, tap that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. I'll see you back again here real soon, hopefully.